All right, Mum. Block 13. Ugly fabric time. We are on standard seams, which is nice. We're not going to complain about those while we're learning new things. All right. So we are doing the same technique that we did in block 12 with these two. We're going to put them together and do 4 at a time. So we're going to draw the little guide on the outside and then sew around it. And then we're going to introduce the things we learned in the earlier blocks, which is piecing, to do these ones. Now I'm just going to make sure I've got all the right fabric. So I've got one big one, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. One of these, one big one. Yep, all right, so we're good. I'm going to iron these and I'm going to come back to you. All right, we're back. We don't need that. These can go to the side. Now, because this is going to only be the second time we do it, I'm going to do this all on camera again, just to remind you so you don't have to go to a different video. So let's go a bit closer. If I move that up and I stay up here as much as I can, you'll be able to see me do it again. All right, so we make sure it's very square. Very square. Everything on this one's going to need to be square because that's going to help us later. The squarer these ones, the better. Now I'm pinning this differently to I did the last one because it turns out I didn't need all those pins, so I was being paranoid. Pinning like this for now. Now, I like the 1-inch ruler to do this. I'm going to stand up and make sure I've got this in a good spot for you. I like doing it this way. Okay, so I'm taking the ruler and I'm going to go at a 1/4 inch. Not that. I'm getting the chalk and I'm just going up to a 1/4. I'm going to go 1/4 back and on the 1/4 inch. And then I'm just making a little guide. And we're going to do that all the way. And that's just going to help us. It needs to be a bit bigger. When we're under the presser foot. Don't really love this pencil, chalk, but also I don't know how long my erasable takes to erase, so I'm not confident to use it yet in case I have cooked it in the sun. All right. Happy? Yep. We're going to do the same thing here. So 1/4 inch back. Quarter inch forward. Oh, I'm right on the edge, but I'm not moving that, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see that. Yep. This one up. Oh, we nearly lost everything then. Do I think I'm going to continue to do this the whole time we're doing this? You know what? Possibly. Does it add a little bit of time? Yes, but does it mean I'm far neater and given I'm not prone to neatness? Not the end of the world for me to do this. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to sew around that and then we're going to do the crosses in the middle. Alright, I ended up pressing this because I had to go around it twice because I definitely needed a new needle. So I have put my new needle in and we'll go from there. Okay. Don't like the wool mat when I do this. You're in frame there. I always need to stand up to do this. Okay. So I'm going to go edge to edge. it back so that we stay in frame. Pretty happy with that. Alright, still happy. Don't cut with the 1 inch because I don't like it. You can cut with whatever you are comfortable with. I'm going to cut with this one because it's nice and steady and it sits well. Okay, got to get zoom out a little bit. Alright, kind of like my worst nightmare when that happens, but it's just a few little seams. Okay, this one's good and this one's just a few little seams. So alright, was that the right way to do it? No. Did it work? Yeah, it was good enough for me. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Okay, we're going to open these up. So I'll be ironing them this way and then we'll be back. Alright, we're back. You'll notice I almost always piece together on a wall mat. I just like that better. There's no, you don't have to, but I'll bring it out. It's a really good shape for me, and then I can move it and I can also hide it from the cats. So this is going to be one of those pay attention Amanda or you'll end up with Ursula. Happy, 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 happy. All right, so we're going to go these two in a bit. These, and these. All right, nice and easy. We're back to strip sewing. So, or strip piecing. All right, I'm going to pin these together. Uh-oh. Ah. Missed a step. Phew. Okay, so if we get the little baby ruler, not the baby ruler, the square ruler, which will be in my crop somewhere, we're going to test something. We're definitely going to test something. Yep, okay, so this should be 2.5. 1, 2.5. 1, 2.5. This is, we'll go this way because it'll be able to tell you, 3 and 2 and a bit extra. So we have to trim these down to 2.5. How do you trim, how do you pick where you're trimming this down to? So right now that's bigger than 2.5 and that's bigger than 2.5. So how I do it to make it even is I keep this line here and I make sure that my 2.5 still has this right in the center. So I would, so that's 2.5, but you see it's not straight there. So I go 2.25 and I'm going to trim that off. And then I'm going to come back and then I'm going to flip it. Actually, I'll do it while I'm on here. Chopper. Okay. We'll zoom in and move it to there. Alright. There we go. Okay. So this all comes down to preference. Alright. Is this the right way to do it? Probably not. Do I do it this way? Yes. Will you need to decide for yourself whether or not you're comfortable with this? Definitely. Okay, so I am using that as my straight line, and I am 1, 2, and 3/4, give or take. Then I'm literally, without the top having anything on it, going up. And then I'm going to turn it around, move it back into your field of view. And I'm going to take mine again. And I'm going to go. So now I am 1, 2.5. Now that's a bit too much for me. So because I know that that line works and I'm still in a good place, I'm going to use this bottom line and the side, and I'm going to cut up from here. Sorry, I'm using this line here and I'm cutting up from here because I know I will go wobbly at the top of that. So now this is 2.5 wide, but it's not 2.5 this way. So how do you do this when you need it that way? That's a good question. You do it this way. Okay. Now, is this right? Is this wrong? I do not know. I am not quite lined up there. So I'm just going to take a punt. Can you see that? No, there you go. So I'm not quite lined up here. I'm going to take a punt. I know that I'm still got room to fix up this side. So I'm 1, 2, and well over. Do I take my time cleaning these up so they're best they can possibly be? Yes. Do I 100% do it correctly? Probably not. Okay, and then we want this to be 1, 2.5. The corner tip there good, and then we want the corner tip here to be good. So just make sure that's a little bit neater. Slice it off, and I have a very nice 2.5 that matches this. Is this going to be the universally agreed upon method? No. Can you probably do it this way? Yes. I don't know. Do it however you like. That's what I do. And you can see that it matches how it's supposed to. So, how do I do that again? That's where I need to be. I use this to start off with, and then I come over. That's too high. This is still pretty good. I'm going to come up. Didn't like what I did there because I moved it. All right, that's good, that's not. So I'm only going to square off the bottom. And that little bit. I don't want to be coming that. I'll do 3/4. I'm just going to tidy that up to start with. I'm going to turn it around. So this is still good. That line is nice. That's gone awry. Why is that gone awry for me? I'm going to come, there we go, down to here. This line's good, this line's good. That's too much for me to cut. So I'm going to come up. Keep it straight. Cut it off. This is a perfect little corner here. So I'm actually only going to square to here, which, if I line it up correctly, correctly. Okay, that probably needs to be squared up again. I'm going to line up off the bottom. I'm going to do my best. This hasn't been sewn the best. That's on my own fault. So I'm not quite 2.5 there. Flip him around. Definitely line him up on 2.5. Definitely line him up on 2.5. And I'm just going to clean up that edge. All right. We've got 2 more of these to do. I don't think you need, just keep rewinding if you need me, if you want me to do it over and over again. I think I did it two ways. All right, I'm gonna do these 2. Wait, I'm gonna come back now. I'm gonna do these 2 off camera. I was gonna do this one off camera, and I still will do the rest of it off camera, but I'm just going to zoom back in and I'm gonna show you this one. So when I line that up, the top is nice, this is nice, but see, this is not nice. So I can't bring this down and try and match this because it just doesn't work. So in this instance, I'm going to flip it around. If I line up that, bring it down to 2.5, this is a good line. So I'm going to do this. So work out which is the side you like to work from. All right, we're back. Trimming half square triangles down to the right size tedious, or is it? Is it? Yes, definitely, but it's necessary, so you're gonna have to do it anyway. Okay. Now we're not freaked out because now we followed all the steps. So now we're going to sew these like we have done before. So like I do, I'll do a little pausey between each one. All of our triangles have been squared, so you can start at any point now. I will be back when I have something sewn. All right, we've done the 3 first ones. As always, I'm consistent with where I'm putting my white, so sort of put it there. I'm not worried about this because that's a 1/4 inch and it'll come off. That one's probably a bit much, but that's fine. We live, we learn. All right, I'm gonna go sew this down. All right, we're back. We are then going to sew these ones. Now, like I've said in the past, the seams will sit sort of where they want to sit, so let them go there first and then manipulate them. And they're pretty good. I'm going to pin those down. It's a bit short on that end, but I think it'll be fine. Hope you can see. All right, I think it's going to need a little bit of encouragement there. That one's good. And this one here. This one here. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, I still don't love the fabric, but it is getting cuter. Okay, now I'm going to do this one to this one. Again, let the seams start where they want to, and then encourage them from there. I think they're actually a pretty good nick on this one. The ironing's not great, but I'll pin that out. Alright. And this is our last seam on block 13, the shoe fly. I'll be back with it. Alright, Mum. That's the shoe fly. So we've learnt, or we've reinforced what we've learnt about doing 4 at a time half square triangles, and we've learnt to trim them down now. There we go. What is next? This one looks pretty. I think this one's deceptive. It's going to be nice and easy. This is the spool, block 14. Oh, but we have combination seams, so that'll be fun for us. I will see you for block 14, Mum.